the first night ever to total 1,000 points for North Penn basketball? You don't know because it never happened. Kevin Biagas is within 3 tonight, January 31st, 1996. North Penn Knights versus the Abington Ghosts. I'm Joe Brown running the point tonight, along with the mayor of New York, the King, Zach Sisway.
Joel, how you doing this evening?
Doing all right.
That's good, because it's going to be quite a momentous evening as Kevin Biagas, as Joel said, goes for his 1,000th point. Coming up with the Abington starters, playing forward, Maurice Warren. Again, forward, Steve Downs. The centers, Keith Dinkins. The guard, Corey Kahn. And the other guard, Jim Greensburg. Heading over to the Knights, the big center position, Jason Wallace. Also playing forward, Kevin Biagas and Ryan Fitzpatrick. In the guard slots, Jay Jamison and the sophomore, David Hall. So, Joe, a little
This is history. This is
pre-game
history.
talk tonight, definitely
this
history.
Is exciting stuff. Abington looking to improve on their record 8-9 overall, 6-5 in the league. But Kevin Biagas is the big story tonight. He's in within 3, so look for it in the first minute. I did get a little inside story here. Look for North Penn to start off, give Kevin the chance early, give it to him on the first play, let him try to take it in one shot. If he can't get it, then it's on his own then.
Right.
Good stuff.
North Penn definitely coming in 17-1, 9-1 in the league.
North Penn also coming off the big win against Pennsbury on just yesterday, just last night.
Definitely. A big game, which Kevin Biagas scored 24, putting his points up at 997.
Speaking of Kevin Biagas, earlier in the season we did speak to Kevin before this 1,000-point thing really came up, but he knew it was on his mind. Let's go to that one-on-one interview right now.
Hello and welcome to the Winter Sports edition of One-on-One. I'm your host, Rob Fournier, along with our special guest for today, Kevin Biagas. Thank you for joining us today, Kevin.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Your senior year, got to be feeling good about that.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, going into my senior year, I feel more confident, you know. I've been in the program two years, so I have more experience. I know what to do. So it just fits lighter on me now. I just know what to do.
Right, and does that go along for all of the seniors on the team?
Oh, yes, of course. See, from what we've been through, I think through Coach Torsani, we're all ready for this year and we're all excited, so we're okay.
You guys have played 3 games. Of course, you have 3 wins. You've been called by, some coaches in the area the best team in the area. What do you have to say about that?
Well, what it really counts is how far you get at the end of the season.
Right.
Right now, we can't let anything, get to our heads or anything. So we're just going to play as if we were, the worst team, I should say. Try to get better and better. We're not going to sit there and accept that. So we're going to just try to improve each game.
And you guys also took the Hatboro Horsham Invitational Tournament. That must have felt great to win that tournament because that's a big start-off tournament.
Yes, that's one of the biggest tip-off tournaments in the state of Pennsylvania. And North Penn High School has never won that tournament, so it's a good feeling for us. But we just have to get on with our season now and look at it that way.
So can you attribute any strengths to your team for the success thus far in this season?
Well, I'd say our biggest strength would be our defense. I would say we play a pretty horrendous defense. We cause problems for each team, and that's what's carrying us so far. It's our defense right now.
What about your offense, though? I mean, I know that yourself, Jason Wallace, and Jay Jamison are all putting up, huge points. Every time I've looked in the box scores, I've seen, Wallace with 20, Jamison with 20, and you got the guys coming in off the bench contributing, just an all-round effort by the team. You guys have to be pretty happy about that.
Well, yeah, this year we're fortunate enough to have, as Coach said, 13 of the best athletes he's ever had, and our great defense leads to our offense. So everything works out, and we have some of the best players around, and that's great for us. And
also, I understand that yourself and other of the team members got together and played in summer leagues this summer.
Yeah, each summer, Coach Torsani, he takes time with the team and enters us in about 3 different leagues. So this summer, we were fortunate enough to play 50 games together.
Wow.
That really helps out. All the time we spend with the guys, so now we know what everybody's capable of, and that just helps us out going into the season.
And, not only playing in the summer helps you out, but, practice has got to be the biggest motivational thing for you guys. How is your work ethic during practice? Do you guys work as hard in practice as you would during the games?
Oh, most definitely. That's the only way you can perform. You have to work hard, or if not, you're just going to be disappointed when game time comes around. So you have to put your hardest effort out.
I understand Coach Torsani is pushing you guys even harder than ever this year.
Harder than ever.
Case?
Yes, because our expectations this year are so high. So, of course, he understands that, and he just wants us to be the best we can be. That's why he does it.
Speaking of expectations, what expectations does your team have for the season?
Well, as far as from what we have, we'd like to go to the playoffs this year, make a big run in districts, and also make a run in states.
Mm-hmm.
But our first goal, I'd say, would have to be to repeat as Suburban 1 champions, Patriot Division.
Now, you guys lost a few seniors from last year, 2 starting seniors from last year. Who has replaced them, and are they doing a good job filling in?
Yeah, last year we lost Ryan Polumsky and Jody Johnson. And this year we were able to have 2 guys that are great, doing a great job, named Ryan Fitzpatrick and Mike McKenna, who's a sophomore. And, fortunately, they're doing a good job, and I love them. They're great guys.
Do you plan on going to college?
Oh, of course I plan on going to college.
Play a little basketball in college? Or?
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm just going to see how the season works out, and hopefully I can go from there.
You're planning on playing a little college, maybe going to the 76ers?
Well, of course, that's my dream, but, that's not really up to me. I'm just going to do the best that I can, and hopefully good things will turn out from that.
Alrighty, Kevin, thanks a lot for joining us. Let's take it back to the game.
That was Kevin Biagas earlier in the year, just before December, I think that was. But if you have been living in North Penn, you know that before Kevin Biagas, there was Jen Hauser scoring her 1,000th point earlier in the season, earlier in January. We talked to her earlier about that. Let's go to that.
69-48. And that you have just seen is Jen Hauser's 1,000th point here for North Penn. You have witnessed a historic event here.
This place is certainly going crazy here in the stands.
Absolutely.
Standing ovation for Jennifer Hauser.
Dr. Bond is here with flowers. It's like the game is over. 16 seconds left. No one cares.
Our whole team going out to congratulate her on her 1,000th point.
Coach Crawford will save the ball, and I'm sure that'll go in the showcase here at the hallowed halls of North Penn High.
Okay, as you saw, Jen scoring that 1,000 points, definitely a big night for her. Hopefully Kevin will be able to lead the first male tonight. Running down some standings, North Penn, as we said, is 16-1 overall, 8-1 in the league. Ben Salem, 12-5. Pennsbury, 11-6. Neshaminy, 11-6. Council Rock, 9-6. And Truman, 11-4. And as Joel said earlier, Abington is 7-9 and 5-5 in their league.
And with those standings, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with your tip-off after this.
And now for the North Penn Knights, with an overall record of
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that. Why design the world's newest chips? When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra. No pocket protectors here. But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look. That's math staring back at you. It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
The word from the Blue Crew, Biagas +3 equals 1,000. That's true tonight as Biagas is 3 away from 1,000 points, the first boy to ever do that in North Penn basketball history. Zach, big night.
Definitely a very important night for Kevin and the entire basketball team, as their fans are feeling a lot of support out here tonight.
As I said earlier in the pregame, look for Kevin to try it early, get it all in one shot. Pressure's on him right now.
Let's see if he goes for the quick three or...
This is his game. Big guys for Abington. Yes, they are playing someone tonight. Corey Can, their guard, and Keith Dinkins, the big center there. Watch for them.
Definitely got some height on this team, which North Penn tends to lack a little. We'll see what happens down in the paint, although I'm sure Jason won't have too much of a problem.
Kevin Biagas with the pick, got it off the Hall. Over to Jamison on the far side. This is Greensburg. Here's Biagas. Over to McKenna. McKenna rolling back over to Jamison. Jamison on the far side. Inside the Hall. Hall back over to McKenna. McKenna will try the three. Can't get it. Biagas coming down with the quick rebound, putting it back up. No, taken away. Corey Can coming down on the far side. He'll take the three. Can't get the shot to go. Biagas knocks it back into the hands of Steve Downs. Call a foul on the baseline. Downs will go to the line with 7:22 on the clock.
So both teams coming out with the quick threes. Definitely want to get some points on the board.
No surprise. Kevin Biagas did not start off the game with a shot. Mike McKenna taking it, missing the three. This is Steve Downs at the foul line. He'll shoot two. Foul on Jason Wallace, his first, team first. Downs got the first. Trying to make it two here. Downs 2 for 2 at the line. 2-0 Abington early. Here's McKenna on the near side versus Can. Trying to get out of trouble over to Jamison. Jamison back over to Wallace. Wallace over to Jamison. Looking for inside to Biagas. Biagas by himself off the glass. That's two. He's one away from 1,000. Kevin Biagas, 7:07 on the clock. 2-2 is your score. Here's Jim Greensburg. Over to Dinkins. Dinkins back over to Downs. Downs versus Biagas with 5:55 on the clock. He found Greensburg. Greensburg rolling back to the point, 5:50. Here's Can. Can on the near side versus McKenna. Driving toward the baseline. He'll put it up. Slapped away by Biagas. McKenna coming up with the rebound. Over to Jamison. 5:38 on the clock. Over to Hall on the far side. He stops, pops, takes the J. Can't air ball. Here comes Can with the rebound. 5:30 on the clock. Off the midcourt. 5:27 on the... Over to Dealing. Versus Hall. Hall heavy pressure over to Greensburg. Greensburg versus Jamison. 5:20 on the clock. Neely almost misses it. Jason Wallace comes up with it. Looking. Corey Can. Big fight. Jump ball. We'll see. Back to North Penn. Jason Wallace will inbound with 5:10 on the clock. Can into Greensburg. 5:09. Greensburg out the Can. Can looking. Rolling. Back out to Downs. Back over to Can with 5 minutes on the clock. Still 2-2. Here's Greensburg. Greensburg stopping. Blocked by Wallace.
Here comes North Penn.
Here's Hall inside to Wallace. Wallace fumbling on the baseline. Can stripping it away. Jump. They're going to give it back to North Penn there. Corey Can a little upset about that. David Hall inbound with 5:42 on the clock. Remind you, Kevin Biagas 1 away from 1,000 as David Hall inbounds to Jamison. That's a 3 count. 5-2. North Penn up by 3 off that David Hall. 5:34 on the clock. Here comes Steve Downs. Over to Can on the near side. Inside to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to put it slapped away by Biagas. His second block of the game. Biagas big night defensively and looking to make it
Definitely fired up.
There you go. Handling the pressure.
Hungry for that next point.
There's Downs at the top versus Biagas. Over to Greensburg. Greensburg driving out to Downs. Downs fumbles, gets it back out to Greensburg. 5:17 on the clock. North Penn up by 3. There's Anderson over to Maurice Warren on the far side versus Hall. In the corner, Hall heavy pressure. And all the push. As Maurice Warren turning it over back to the Knights. 5:07 on the clock. North Penn already up by 3, 5-2. Here's Jamison across midcourt, even 5 minutes. Inside to Biagas. Biagas inside to Wallace. Wallace out the Hall. Hall over to McKenna. McKenna back to Jamison. Jamison fakes the three. Inside to Biagas. Biagas, 4,000. Down it! No. They take it away.
Little early celebration over there by the Blue Crew. Goal does not count.
They don't count the shot. A little excited here. Here's Jamison inbound to Biagas. Biagas, 4,000 blocked away. Here's Can, 4:37 on the clock. North Penn up by 3, 5-2. Here's Greensburg at the top versus Jamison. Jamison over to Can. Greensburg over to Can, inside, taken away by Biagas. Quick steal. Jamison's pass.
Kicked off the foot of Keith Dinkins. Definitely look for a heated battle down in the paint between Dinkins and Wallace.
Still 5-2, 4:23 on the clock. Hall inbounds to Jamison. Jamison on the baseline. Inside, Biagas, 4,000, that's it!
There it is.
Kevin Biagas, the first North Penn boy ever to score 1,000. And that's 1,001, Zach.
Definitely. Let's give him a standing ovation. He definitely deserves it.
Got to give it off to Kevin Biagas. This is it. And he didn't have to do it at the foul line either, like Jen Hauser. This is the way to get it, baby. 1,000 points for Kevin Biagas. History's made here tonight, January 31st, 1996, a day that will be remembered by all in this building, especially by one, Kevin Biagas, number 30. 4:18 on the clock, putting North Penn up 7-2 off a quick layup by Kevin Biagas for 1,000 points. Being congratulated now by his coach, Dave Torresani and Juan Vaughn.
The regular media hound here, tons of media cameras all around him.
Yes, well deserved. Well deserved. Kevin Biagas gets the flowers from Doc Ryan.
Quite a job well done.
Hitting the ball.
Kevin definitely deserves.
Wow.
Kevin looking in the stands for his mom. Gets a little hug from his dad.
That's good stuff. 4 minutes into the game, Kevin Biagas, 1,000 points. Is the pressure off now, Zach?
I believe the pressure's off now. We can start playing some basketball.
Now we can get down to winning this game. And
definitely, without a doubt.
In winning this game, Abington, very tough team here, coming in 8-9 overall, 6-5 in the league. And Kevin Biagas will be looking to add this lead right now. North Penn, the number 2 ranked team in the area right now. Abington struggling. 4:14 on the clock, 7-2. And there's Dinkins off. After Wallace, back to North Penn. Here comes Jamison off the midcourt. Inside quick, looking at the three, fakes inside to Biagas. Biagas working the baseline, got it in for 2. Kevin Biagas. 6 points for him tonight in the first quarter, 3:52 on the clock.
Definitely doesn't want to stop at 1,001.
Nah.
He's keeping going.
It's 1,004.
It's basically whatever he does now will set the new record.
Biagas with the steal. Taken away, Jamison gets it back, out to McKenna, back to Jamison, 3:37 on the clock. North Penn up 9-2. Biagas, quick, underneath, off the glass for 2. Colleges it off. North Penn up 11-2.
9 points for Kevin Biagas.
3:22 on the clock.
What a show this will be tonight.
Yes.
The stage is set, definitely.
David Hall knocking it away. Back to North Penn, off the hands of Maurice Warren, number 24. 3:14 on the clock. North Penn up 11-2. There's Jamison over to Hall on the far side. Hall back to Jamison, over to McKenna. McKenna rolling to the near side versus Can. Back out to Jamison. Jamison looking over to Biagas. Can't get it. Broken up by Steve Downs there forward. We'll go back to Abington. Back to North Penn, rather. Jamison inbound, 2:54 on the clock. There's Jamison for 3. Can't get the shot to go. Downs, left it away. Back to North Penn. Abington working the 1-3-1 defense here. North Penn trying to counter with the man. Here's Biagas. Biagas over to Wallace. Wallace in the paint, slapped away by Keith Dinkins. Biagas gets his rebound, slapped away again into the hands of number 24, Maurice Warren. Out to Greensburg. Greensburg working in the paint. Got it in for 2.
Nice coast-to-coast play on Abington's part. You don't usually see Jason Wallace getting stuff, but on that play he did. And they took it back down and got the easy layup.
Here's Maurice Warrington. Warren intercepting the pass. North Penn up 11-4 now with 2:13 on the clock. There's Dinkins. Over to Downs. Back to Can for 3. Can't get it to go. Downs coming down with the rebound. Slapped away. Get it back. 2:03 on the clock. Downs over to Can. Can will slow it down. Running the point. 2 minutes. 11-4. Here's Downs versus Biagas. Rolling to the point. Trying to get it out over to Can. Can driving, stops, pops, can't get the shot to go. Wallace coming down with the board. 11-4 is your score. Jamison bringing it across midcourt, slowing it down. Over to Wallace. Wallace inside to Biagas. Biagas working in the paint, trips. Call the blocking foul. Call the foul on big center Keith Dinkins, number 51. That'll go back to North Penn. Jamison on him bound. That's Dinkins' first foul, second team foul. The other one coming on Maurice Warren. Inside to Wallace, intercepted by Steve Downs. Gives it over to Greensburg. Ryan Fitzpatrick has checked in for the Knights with 1:22 on the clock. Can on the near side versus Hall. Can looking. Hall, heavy pressure, and the foul called on sophomore sensation David Hall.
A little too much physical contact for the ref.
Right on the arm. Greensburg will inbound for Abington as they find themselves down 7, 11-4 with the 1:13 on the clock. Here's Can versus Hall at top, driving in the paint. Got it up, can't get it to go. Downs coming down with the rebound, putting it back up. No shot, he'll go to the line, fouled on his way up. Call the foul on Kevin Biagas, his first.
13 foul. Minute and change remaining.
And Steve Downs will be shooting 2 here at the line. Got the first, bringing them in within 6. Try to make it an odd 5 here with this second.
First foul shots scored tonight for the Ghosts.
Here's Downs, 2 for 2 at the line, 11-7. 11-6 rather, I'm sorry.
Little full court press in order here. Trying to shut down this offense from North Penn.
57 seconds left as David Hall driving on the baseline, slapped away into the hands of Ryan Fitzpatrick on the near side, out to Biagas. Biagas over to Jamison. Jamison looking, trying to get it back over to Biagas as Greensburg intercepted. Can versus Jamison. Jamison slaps it away. Back to Abington. Corey Can now watching his back. Did I tell you, I grew up just down the street from Corey Can.
Did you?
When I lived in Abington.
Quite
Good
interesting.
Stuff. Good stuff. Used to play football every weekend. But that's another story. Here's Greensburg. Over to Maurice Warren. Warren in the paint. Over to Greensburg. Greensburg driving. Stops. Pops. Can't get the shot to go. Fitzpatrick slapped away into Greensburg. Jamison coming up with the defensive effort versus Can. Over the glass.
Able to get the
Jay Jamison off the window for 2. 13-6 with 25 seconds on the clock. And here is Corey Can.
Earlier on that play, you saw the defensive prowess of Jay Jamison as instead of going in front of the man and getting the foul, he came from behind and was able to knock the ball out.
And we're seeing it from Biagas tonight. You've seen 5 converted turnovers for Kevin Biagas tonight. As he walks, he'll turn it back over to Abington. Off the travel from Kevin Biagas. Here's Downs in the paint. Can't get the shot. Wallace coming down with it. Quick out to Jamison, who puts out the final shot. No. 13-6. I would have counted. But that is the end of the first quarter. And a first quarter that was Kevin Biagas scoring his 1,000th point.
And Joel, as I'm looking at my score sheet here, all I'm seeing is little dots in front of Biagas' name due to his 9 points. Jamison with the 3.
2 blocks, 5 steals, good defensive effort,
Definitely,
and you got to give it up for his offensive effort, leading all scores for the Knights in Abington. 9 points. North Penn up 7, 13-6 right now.
Definitely. No player in Abington is dominating. 3 players each have a basket. That's going to need to change. Abington's going to need to have a player take control of their team. It's got to be, the guard of forward position, able to take the lead, sort of like a Kevin Biagas, able to get the points, get the team fired up, lead them, get them started, make the plays happen. Because at this point, Abington, none of that's really going on.
Well, first quarter jitters are off. Corey Can, number 15. Look for him to take more of a leadership role, running the point tonight. Watch for it. And also their center, Keith Dinkins, in the middle. We've seen 2 blocks from Dinkins tonight. Look for more of that.
Definitely something very rare, a block on Jason Wallace. And he has 2 of them, so.
Dinkins has a slight head advantage on Jason Wallace. This is Dinkins versus Wallace. Over to Warren. Warren rolling back out to Downs. Downs versus Biagas at the top. Downs over to Greensburg. Greensburg versus Jameson. 7:45 on the clock. Here's Corey Can, long from downtown. Wallace coming down with the rebound, no shot. 7:40 on the clock. Here's Jameson. Jameson fakes 3 inside to Biagas. Slapped away. Biagas coming back up with it. Ryan Fitzpatrick over to Jameson, and Jameson travels. Turning it back over to Abington now. 7:32 on the clock. Number 30, Andy Nickel checking in here for Corey Can. Sitting down early.
Let's see what Nichols can produce.
A little upset with their play from Corey Can tonight. Bring in Nickel. Here's Nickel faking the 3 over to Greensburg. Greensburg at the top over to Warren. Warren inside to Downs. Downs in the paint, got it off the glass. 13-8 now with 7:12 on the clock. Long skip over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick on the far side. Looking, trying to get inside. Gets it inside to Biagas. Biagas triple team out to Fitzpatrick. Back out to Jameson. Jameson will slow it down. 7 minutes on the clock. Here's McKenna. Back over to Jameson. Jameson on the far side. Inside to Biagas. Biagas over to Jameson. Jameson for the tray. Count it. 16-8 now. Jay Jameson, his first 3 of the game. 6:47 on the clock.
6 total points for Jay Jameson.
6:40 on the clock. 5:40 on the clock. Keith Dinkins versus Wallace over to Steve Downs. Inside, Nickel. Nickel can't handle the pass. It'll go out on him. Jay Jameson will inbound for the Knights as they take it back over that Abington turnover. Abington down by 8 now.
Kicked off the foot of Nichols. Go back to North Penn.
And Corey Can will check back in for Abington. A quick rest for him. Try to settle him down. He was looking kind of wild early. They put him back in now as they are down 16-8. Also coming in for Steve Downs, number 55, Marcus Hoover. Here's Wallace over to Jameson on the near side versus McKenna. McKenna over into Biagas. Biagas in paint. Got the shot. Kevin Biagas. 18-8 is the score. 15 points for Kevin Biagas tonight. We're still in the second quarter. 5-11. 18-8 is Marcus Hoover versus Biagas. Long pass in the nickel. Bad pass back to North Penn.
So in the last 2 opportunities, Abington is throwing the ball away. Definitely due to the strong defense of North Penn.
Jameson spinning out of the
breakaway
corner.
Opportunity.
Long skip for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick in the lane versus Hoover. Spins. Got it. 20-8. Ryan Fitzpatrick, his first 2.
Reminiscent of little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the running hook shot works for him.
You're stretching, but hey, if you see it. 5:46 on the clock. There's Greensburg over to Nickel. Nickel versus Fitzpatrick inside. Keith Dinkins. Got it.
Able to get over the brick wall of Wallace and Biagas.
Brings them within 10, 20-10, 5:33 on the clock. Fitzpatrick on the far side, inside to Biagas. Biagas looking over to Jameson. Jameson tries the tray, can't get it. Nickel coming down with the rebound. Brings it up himself over to Can. Can all across midcourt. Coast to coast off the glass. Got the... Corey Can. Shot called out.
Kevin Biagas able to draw the defensive foul.
Corey Can. Not happy about that.
So the foul will be on Canes for the charge.
5:17 on the clock. Still 20-10 as Kevin Biagas has it, giving it up to Jameson. Jameson on the far side. Getting it in the Wallace. Slapped away. Greensburg coming down with it. 1-on-2. Greensburg putting it up. Got the foul. No shot. 5:01 on the clock. Greensburg will step to the line. Fouled. Call the foul on number 21, Mike McKenna. Greenberg will try to bring him in within 8 here. With 5:01 on the clock.
Greensburg looking to get his first of the night.
Greenberg missing the first of 2. There's Greensburg, 1 for 2 with the line, bringing them in within 9, 20-11. Jamison trying to spin out of trouble. 4:59 on the clock. McKenna stops over to Jamison. Jamison inside to Biagas. Biagas working in the paint, spins, can't get the shot. Maurice Warren coming up with the rebound. Bringing it up across midcourt, 4:49. Charging toward the basket, got it off the glass. 4-2, 20-13. Abington within 7, got the quick steal. That's a 2 from the corner, can't get it to go. And number 42, Steve Riley coming up with the rebound. Over to Jamison. Long skip over to McKenna. McKenna stopping at 3. Over to Jamison. Jamison back over to Biagas. Biagas looking inside to Jamison. Jamison stops. Pops. Can't get the shot. Wallace coming down with the rebound in the paint. Off the glass. Can't get it. And slapped away by Keith Jenkins. Jamison slapping it away off of Jamison. Back to Abington. They'll call a foul on Jim Greensburg. They'll give back the ball to North Penn. Here's James. No foul on Greensburg, just off of it. Here's Riley on the near side, inside to Biagas. Biagas on double teamed, out to McKenna, over to Jameson. Jameson try for the tray, no. Wallace coming down with the rebound on the baseline, double team. Out to McKenna. McKenna can't handle it. And Can fighting for it with McKenna. Jump ball. Back to North Penn. J.R. Neely and
J.R. Neely and 42 Stephen Downs.
J.R. Neely and Steve Downs taking back in. For Abington, 3:52 on the clock. North Penn up by 7, 20-13 now with 3:48. Here's Biagas in the paint, swooping, got the shot, 22-13. Kevin Biagas. 17, Zach?
I'm sorry, Joe?
17 for Biagas.
Yes.
3:34 on the clock. North Penn up 9, 22-13. Here's Can versus McKenna. Can drawing to the right. Stolen by Jason Wallace. Back to North Penn here. Call the charge again on Corey Can. Back to North Penn, and Abington will talk about it. Corey Can, their big man tonight, struggling in the first quarter. 3:23.
Sorry, Joe, I'll give you some misinformation earlier. Kevin Biagas has 12 points tonight. Jamison with 6. And Wallace with 2. Abington still no players really taking control. Maurice Warren does have 4. Steve Downs with 4. Down by 9. They're not really creating too much opportunities for themselves. Any thoughts on that, Joel?
Big thoughts, Zach. Big thoughts. I'm thinking 1,000 right now. I'm still flabbergasted. That's all.
I'm sorry. If I was at that 1,000 points?
Yeah. You know, when I scored my 1,000 point, I was very excited.
That was quite momentous.
I was very excited. You know, because in my driveway, it takes a long time to score 1,000 points. I'm out there night and day just shooting balls by myself, rather. You know, until I scored 1,000. So stuff I know how Kevin's feeling. You know
There's a lot of variables. I know you have the sloping driveway.
Exactly. If you make an air ball, which I frequently do, I had to run down the hill and go get the ball, you know? So it's kind of hard to score 1,000.
The sun's setting, it gets in your eyes.
Yeah, Biagas had it easy. Come on now. There's Jamison, double teamed on the near side, gets it out to Hall. Hall versus Dinkins. And stepped out. David Hall turning it back over to Abington. Stepping out on the near side. Maurice Warren inbound for the Ghost. Here's Can. Bringing it across midcourt, 3:14 on the clock. North Penn up 22-13. Steve Downs versus Riley. Spinning. Looking to find Can, does. Versus Hall, 3:03 on the clock. Over to Warren. Warren in the paint, stopping, popping, can't get it. Here's Downs. Downs blocked by Jason Wallace. Can coming up with the rebound. Spinning, looking. Over to Warren. Warren inside to J.R. Neely.
Again, Wallace. The big hand.
Wallace, get that weak stuff out of here.
2 good blocks by Wallace.
Here's Riley on the far side, looking over to Biagas. Biagas faking inside the paint. This is David Hall for 3, can't get it. Wallace coming down with the rebound, losing it for a second. In the paint, off the glass for 2. Jason Wallace, his 4th point of the night. There's Corey Can. 2:20 on the clock, 24-13, North Penn. Up by 11 now, Steve Downs. After Abington coming in within 7, North Penn is going on a 5-0 run with 2:06 on the clock. A 6-0 run for North Penn, rather. Even 2 minutes left in the half. Corey Can versus David Hall at the top, 24-13. Here's Keith Dinkins, Wallace. Over to Neely. Back over to Downs. Downs versus Riley, 1:46 on the clock. Can driving, stops, pops, got it. 24-15, stopping the 6-0 run by North Penn. David Hall losing it, picking it up, back over to Biagas. Biagas driving the baseline, back over his back, got it. 26-15, nice shot. Kevin Biagas, 1:27 on the clock. Fouls even at 4 as we have 1:23 left in the half. Corey Can versus David Hall. Over to Maurice Warren. Warren faking, stops, pops, can't get the shot to go.
Rolls out.
Slapped away, back over to Jameson. Jameson will bring it up with 1:09 on the clock. Steve Riley air ball caught by Maurice Warren with an even 1 minute left to play in the half. 26-15, Corey Can for the 3, can't get it. Jameson coming down with the rebound, 54 seconds left to play. North Penn up 26-15 as Jameson gets away from Can. This is Biagas from downtown.
Beautiful.
29-15. Guess who's at the scoring table? Guess who's at the scores table? It's Sterling McNeil.
Sterling McNeil. Ready to come in.
Wow. 35 seconds left to play. 29-15 North Penn. Keith Dinkins versus Wallace. Dinkins over at Warren. Warren on the baseline, tripping up. Call for the travel. It'll go back to North Penn.
Here comes Sterling McNeil.
Oh, yes.
Taking out Steve Riley.
McNeil, 28 seconds of magic. And also Andy Nickel will check in for Abington. Steve Downs will take a rest, probably for the rest of the half, as North Penn is up 29-15 with 2. Here's Biagas in the backcourt over to Hall. Hall driving inside of McNeil. McNeil off the glass, starting off the game. His first 2 after sitting all of the Pennsbury game. 11 seconds left. Here's Nickel faking the 3 inside to Dinkins. Dinkins fumbling, picking it back up versus Wallace on the baseline. 4 seconds left. Abington looking for the final shot. Count that, but just a terrible shot. 31-15 is the score at the half. North Penn dominating what was called a strong Abington team.
Dominating, as you said. I've heard Coach Torsani say many times, you need a strong defense before you can have the strong offense. Definitely, his words are coming to life here tonight, as North Penn is definitely dominating on the defense. Kevin Biagas, as Joel has been saying, numerous steals and blocks. We saw Jason Wallace down in the paint, able to block Keith Dinkins down there, getting the blocks down there, rejecting each other, and just basically keeping the defense up, and the tempo is just very high. Kevin Biagas, of course, has the 17 points. Jay Jameson with 6, 4 points for Wallace. And, of course, the big 2 coming off the bench by Sterling McNeil in the remaining seconds. Again, on Abington, as I've been saying, not too many players stepping up. Players with 4 is Warren, Downs, and Can, 2 players for Dinkins and Jim Greensburg.
At the end of the half, your score 31-15. Of course, the big story, 1,000 points for Kevin Biagas, the starting guard for North Penn. Starting forward, I don't know his position. 31-15, 130. We'll be back with third quarter action after this. Unless you want to watch this portion of Hatboro game versus who are these people? Okay, forget it.
This is some good stuff here.
This is good stuff. I'd like to stick around with it, but we're going to have to go for a little break here. We'll be back with third quarter action after this.
They've given our generation a label, generation, nothing. They say we have no sense of purpose. They say we have no war to fight and no cause to believe in. Who are they? Join the thousands of us who are making a difference and wear a label that does mean something.
If you're not sure how it would feel to be in a crash going just 30 without a safety belt, maybe this will ring a bell.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
That hurt. You know, we promised you third quarter action, but we have a bonus for you tonight. This is Squires basketball. Horgan Brothers versus Walton Oil, their sponsors. 1:49 left on the clock. Big number 10. Bring it up for Walton Oil.
This isn't North Penn Abington?
No, this isn't North Penn Abington. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just in a second, Zach. You'll have to wait. Number 4 for Horgan Brothers.
You like Wallace a little bit.
Do you like number 4? You see, you can't match up reds here.
50, a little J. Jameson reminiscent here.
That's good stuff.
Watch dribbling skills.
Watch a double team by Walton Oil. Getting it over to number 4. Don't count the shot. We're still at 0-0, folks. Can you believe it? 1:20 on the clock. You think they should have spotted them points or what?
I don't know.
Okay.
With the safety glass, little Kurt Rambis like.
Still steal here. Number 10 for Walton Oil. Almost slapped away by number 4. Watch
Looking
the
for
defense.
someone. He's got
number
3.
3.
He'll drive.
Driving. Can't get in. Out to number 20. Big number 20. This is co-ed, folks. Into number 4. Off the glass. Still can't get the shot. Number 10 putting it back up. No. Getting the rebound for Walton Oil. Number 10 slapping it out. Number 20. Not called for the backcourt. Over to number 3. Back in to Walton Oil. Here's number 3. Out to number 10 for Walton Oil.
Little head fake.
Nobody was fake right. That was good stuff. Out to number 20. Running the point tonight. Stolen by number 4. Giving it up to his brother. Horgan Brothers. 30 seconds left on the clock. Into number 4. 4 stopping, popping. Can't get it. Vaughn Brooker slapping it out. I do know one guy on Horgan Brothers. Number 12. Vaughn Brooker. Good stuff. He's my god brother. Good stuff.
Okay, don't own everyone.
I know everyone. Joe Brown all over the place. This is big number 10. If Ray Hopkins would get out of my face. There we go. Number 10. Taken away by number 4. Number 4 all over the place tonight. They're big defensive guy for the Horgan Brothers. Walton Oil inbounding. Number 3. Don't count the shot at the buzzer. Watch the half, the 4-minute first half. Big for both teams. Of course, the score is still 0-0.
Yeah, I was just about to head over to the stats, but
head over to stats for really no stats.
Points not really happening tonight. Definitely a strong defensive effort.
Both teams, big, strong defensive effort. We're watching the turnovers, baby, but it's a hard team. We don't have a number for one of them. Which team is Body Blue on?
Doesn't bow down to sponsors, apparently. This guy is a little...
He does not bow out to sponsors. He won't be suckered into that kind of stuff. You can't see him on your screen right now. We pan right, you'll see him.
Horgan Brothers teammate.
Of course, not suiting up tonight, but he is playing.
Could be a possible little secret weapon.
He was fined $10,000 for forgetting his uniform, but the coach still let him play. Number 23 for the Horgan Brothers. Watch, here's Body Blue right now without the uniform. Inside of Vaughn Brooker. No, it's not Vaughn Brooker.
He's driving.
Can't get it. Horgan Brothers coming back.
Scrambled
with
down
the
there. The ball comes loose.
Watch number 15.
Here he comes. Brooker from behind.
Can't get the shot to go. That is good stuff. Number 23 slapped away by number 5. Still can't get it.
Brooker.
Number 15 slapping away with the elbows. Not called for anything.
23, he's going. He'll take it all the way. Stopped.
You think the refs are being a little easy tonight, Zach?
I think they are, John.
Come on now. Come on, the score is still 0-0. Number 5 off the glass, no good. 42 for Walton Oil coming down with the rebound. Number 15 running the point, slowing it down just a little bit with 2:58 on the clock. Here's 2042.
Little running jumper.
On the baseline, couldn't get it. Gets his own rebound out to 23.
Gets it in.
No.
Good.
Body Blue working in there. Can't get it. Horgan Brothers coming back with it. 2:45 on the clock.
23 to bring it up.
Watch him. You like the yellow shorts? It's good stuff.
Got it to Body Glove.
Body Blue. Working.
He'll drive.
Driving on the far side versus number 12. I think that's his sister.
Looking for Brooker. He's got him.
That's not Brooker. That's somebody else. That's number 15. Brooker's number 12. You get to play
Brooker
one half for Squires, you know?
1 quarter. One half.
One half?
Excuse me.
I still don't know which team Body Blue is on, but once we get that information, we'll relay it to you. You will be the first to know. Number 15 at the line. This is the first foul shots of the game.
I believe Body Blue is going for his 1,000th game without a uniform.
Yes, this is.
I believe he's going for his 1,000th.
1,000th game for getting his uniform. That can get kind of costly one time because they are pretty strict on these kids. 15. Oh, that's it. Number 15. Swish on the foul line. 1-0 Horgan Brothers. Walton Oil, number 23, almost losing it, getting it back. Oh, I do know which team Body Blue is on. He's on
Walton Oil.
He's on Horgan Brothers. Unless he
Sorry.
just tried to block his own man. Okay, Walton Oil
Got
picking it back up.
No good.
Body Blue working in on the paint. 15 and 21 coming it back up. Give it back to the Horgan Brothers. 1:29 left in the half. Horgan Brothers leading by 1 off that foul shot by number 15. Oh,
count it.
Oh, number 15.
Swish.
Taking the lead. Walton Oil think Horgan Brothers had it up with 1-0.
Body Blue, he wants it.
Watching, working on his sister. Couldn't get it to fall. Body
Gets
Blue
his own
working.
rebound.
Slapped it away. 25 coming up with the rebound. 15 on the fast break. Walking by his own man. Stop. Can't get it. Coming up with his own rebound. Slapping it up. Slowing it down. Number 23. 51 seconds left in the half. Walton Oil up by 1. 2-1 is your score with 45 seconds. Here's number 23 versus number 23 for Walton Oil. Double team. Gets it out to his partner, number 25. 15 is open in the middle. He got it. He put it out. Hacked. 15 will step to the line again, looking to take the lead back for the Horgan Brothers. Very vital part here, Zach, if might point out. It was the same guy, number 15, who took the original lead, 1-0. Watch his foul shot. Couldn't get it to go. We'll try the form again on 1-0.
Look to tie it up here.
Watch it. 0 for 2 at the line, this time for number 15.
Tough scramble down the paint.
Watch it. Horgan Brothers down 1, 2-1. Squires action, looking to finish up.
Pick there.
Did you see that? Good stuff.
Now kick it out.
Number 15.
Take the tray.
Count it if it goes. No.
The buzzer.
And that is it for Squires basketball at the half. Big score tonight. We've seen big scores almost hitting the century mark. Final score here from Squires basketball, 2-1. Walton Oil.
I'd like to congratulate Body Blue on his 1,000th game.
Yes. Gotta give it up for Body Blue.
Definitely a great effort tonight.
Very big effort. 4:46 still left till we get back to real basketball. We're going to take a quick break and be back with that in a second.
Imagining what it feels like to be in a crash doing only 30 without your safety belt is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Back at the Palace here at North Penn High School. North Penn leading at the half, 31-15. I'm Joel Brown, back with my partner, Zach Siswick. We're underway.
Nice to see you, Joel.
Good stuff.
Here's the second time.
Dinkins working the paint. Slapped away by Biagas. Not called for the foul.
Kevin will agree with the call.
Well, foul called on David Hall. Maurice Warren at the line, starting the third quarter. Trying to get the lead down to 15. Does not on his first try. Try again. Warren already has 4, looking for 5 here. Can't get the shot. 0 for 2 at the line as Wallace fighting with Pan for the line. Jump ball back to North Penn. Wallace will inbound. 7:48 on the clock. North Penn still up 16, 31-15. McKenna inbounding to Jamison. Jamison bringing it up for the Knights. Jay Jamison over to McKenna. 7:33 on the clock. McKenna versus Can on the far side. Out to Jamison. Jamison looking over to Hall. Hall driving in, stepping back out. Long skip over to McKenna. McKenna all alone for the 3. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Count them off for Mike McKenna, bringing it up to 34-15 with 7:15 on the clock. First score of the second half. Mike McKenna opening up with the tray. Here's Keith Dinkins at the top. Double teamed out to Steve Downs. Steve Downs versus Biagas. Looking over to Greensburg. Greensburg slowing it down, even 7 minutes on the clock. This is Dinkins inside the Can. Can gets it over to on the far side. Double team out into Maurice Warren. Warren driving in, stops, pops. Can't get it. Wallace coming down with the rebound. 7:47 on the clock. Here's Jamison. Over to Wallace. Wallace looking over to Hall. Hall driving the baseline. Swept away hard. Keith Dinkins stepping up.
Big
block.
Guy. Big block.
Big guy, big block, Keith Dinkins. The big center for Abington. We said earlier we had to look for Keith Dinkins and Corey Can to step up for this third quarter. They already let their team down by 16 at the half, and now they're down 19, 34-15. Here's Mike McKenna at the top, over to Jamison. Jamison into Biagas. Biagas loses it.
Looks to put it on the floor. Goes off the foot of Dinkins.
So off of Abington, back to North Penn with 5:17 on the clock. North Penn up still up 19, 34-15. Abington still yet to score in the second half. Jamison, the tray, no. Maurice Warrington, Warren coming down with the rebound. Quick inside to Greensburg, and one. Greensburg will step to the line, trying to complete the three-point play here, 34-17. That was Abington's first score of the second half. They'll try to make it a three. Bring it back to 16 with this shot. So lead back down to 16 as Greenberg makes the foul shot, 34-18. Just coming in 6 minutes. Can't get the pass from Jamison out. David Hall not able to catch up with it. Greensburg will inbound for Abington as North Penn turns it over with 5:03 on the clock. Greensburg in the Can. Back to Greensburg. He'll bring it up. Can moving into the two guard with 5:57 on the clock. Here's Downs versus Biagas. Over to Greensburg. This is Jamison at the top. Greensburg stopping, lobbing. Oh, inside to Dinkins. Dinkins wrapping it up over Wallace for two, 34-22. Abington bringing it in within 14 as they get the turnover away from Wallace. Keep Dinkins, the man on that, slapping it in back to Greensburg. Here's Warren underneath off the glass for two. That's quick 6 points for Abington now as North Penn looking to score again, leading now 34-22. Here's Jamison beyond the arc. Can't get the shot. Downs into Greensburg. Greenberg bringing it up for Abington now. Coast to coast. Can't get the shot. Warren coming up with the rebound. Slapped away by Hall. Warren coming back up with it. 5:05 on the clock. 34-22. Greenberg driving the baseline over the head of Steve Downs. Back to Maurice Warren. Warren stops, pops over to Downs. Downs loses it. Downs on the baseline. Off the glass. Got the foul. And the shot. Steve Downs.
No basket. Hold was on the shot.
So no shot for Steve Downs.
Coach a little fired up over that call. Basket was no good. Foul was before the shot.
Foul called on Dave Hall, his third of the game here. We're looking now with the Knights. As you see in the back, Khalil Martin. We've seen him. Well, there he was. And there's the crowd.
So as you were saying, Joel, Abington able to step it up a little bit more. Kane and Dinkins. Dinkins scoring 4 of those points on that 6-0 run. Also getting a steal, which set up his basket. So Abington was in 12. Don't count him out of this one yet. We're still in the third with plenty of time. As we see Mr. Torsani's son cleaning up the floor there.
You know, when you got your kids hanging around, hey, why not put them to work? You know, I got nothing else to do. Dry up the floor. He didn't get the job done, so Coach Torsani goes down on the floor and tries to do it himself. That's good stuff. His team up 34-22 with 4:52 on the clock. Here's Jim Greensburg for Abington. Inbounding Over to Can. Can on the near side, driving the baseline, inside to downs off the glass, can't get the shot to go. Keith Dinkins with the rebound, slaps it back into the hands of Jay Jamison for North Penn. 4:42 on the clock. Back to the Knights. Here's Jay Jamison. 4:37 on the clock. Over to Biagas. Biagas into McKenna. McKenna on the far side, out to Biagas. Biagas at the top, over to Jamison. Jamison driving, bad pass. Off the hands of Corey Can. They'll go back to North Penn. Corey Can struggling tonight.
A little too surprising for Can, as he didn't know what to do with it.
Here's Biagas in the paint. Got the
Don't
foul.
count.
No, don't count the shot. 4:24 on the clock. Kevin Biagas will step to the line.
Foul on 42 downs, his first.
Biagas shooting 2 here. Trying to bring his team up by 14 again. Oh, missing a foul shot. Oh for 2 at the line for Biagas. North Penn up 34-22 with 4:20 on the clock. Here's Jim Greenberg bringing across midcourt over to Keith Dinkins versus Wallace at the top. 4:15. Dinkins over to Downs. Downs to the top versus Biagas. Over to Warren. Warren stops, pops. Count it. 36-22. 34-24 for Abington. Here's Jamison. 4 minutes on the clock. David Hall back to Jamison. Biagas, no. Wallace coming down with the rebound. Fakes, pumps, got the foul. Count the shot. Jason Wallace underneath, working the paint, drew the foul, and got the shot. Trying to complete the three-point play here as he finds his team up 36-24 as number 34, John Connor, checking in for Steve Downs, number 42.
Jason Wallace at the line shoots 2. 1.
Jason Wallace completing the three-point play. 37-24 your score now with 3:48 left in the third. Jim Greenberg in the Corey Can. Can bring it up across midcourt. Can coast to coast. Can't get the shot to go. Can getting his own rebound into the hands of Connor. Connor into Dinkins. Dinkins in the paint. Can't get it to go. Connor coming down with the rebound again.
Blocked hard by Kevin Biagas.
Biagas and Wallace checking in on that. Biagas making the play with 3:29 on the clock. Calling for the foul, though, as Connor will step to the line to shoot 2. Kevin Biagas' second foul of the game. Team foul number 2 for the second half. John Connor missing the first. Connor trying for number 2. 3:29 on the clock. Connor 0 for 2 with the line. Wallace with the rebound over to Jamison on the far side. 3:25. McKenna over to Jamison. Jamison down.
Count it.
3 for Jay Jamison.
Third three-pointer of the night.
Here's Can. Right. Corey Can struggling offensively and defensively tonight. 40-24, North Penn with 3 minutes on the clock. Ryan Fitzpatrick checking in for David Hall.
Number 32, Ryan Fitzpatrick, replaces David Hall.
Here's the pass deflected back to Abington. Here's Jim Greenberg. Greenberg rolling on the far side, back over to Warren, back to Greenberg. Greenberg driving, stops, pops, got the shot. 40-26. 2:44 on the clock. 2-on-1 here for Biagas, who can't get the shot.
Dinkins pulls down the rebound.
Here's Warren on the baseline. Can't get it. McKenna coming down with the rebound. Jamison, over to Wallace. Wallace by himself off the glass.
Count it.
4-2. 42-26 with 2:24 on the clock. Greenberg across midcourt, 2:18 on the clock. Over to Can on the far side, inside to Dinkins. Dinkins double team, turning it back over to North Penn. Kevin Biagas with the steal. 2:10 on the clock, 42-26 North Penn. Here's McKenna, beyond.
Yes, count it.
45-26 is your score now.
Abington looking to the bench in frustration, looking to talk it over.
Opening it up big here. North Penn proven to be the big team tonight. As you said, they're ranked number 2 in the area right now. Abington not being able to step up to this large team. Teams come into North Penn afraid now. As North Penn is 16-1 overall with a quick loss to the Chamonix.
Definitely.
That loss to the Chamonix just blamed on a bad night, really, not being able to click. But tonight they are clicking. I think capped off by 1,000 points.
At our last break, Abington was down by 12. Now they're down by 19. So North Penn going on an 11-4 run. Dominated by the play of Wallace, who scored 4 points. Jameson had that key 3. And McKenna also just scoring that key 3. So ball's been spinning around. Kevin Biagas able to dish off. He's happy he's got his points. Able to dish off, get some more assists, and get some more players from the team involved.
North Penn returning from the timeout, up by 19 with 1:57 on the clock. And guess who's checking in? No, we'll save that for later. 1:55 on the clock. Jim Greenberg, stripped away by Jay Jamison. He'll take it back. 1:46 on the clock across midcourt. Jamison versus Greenberg at the top. Driving, spinning, over to Wallace. Wallace pumping, and Kenton got the shot to go. As Connor coming up with the rebound. And got it over to Can. Can stepped out. Back to North Penn. And you know it. Sterling McNeil checking in for the Knights here. Coming in for Jason Wallace. He's played the whole game so far, getting a well-deserved break. A big third quarter for Wallace tonight.
Sterling McNeil had those 2 points in the second quarter. Looking to add to that total. Fitzpatrick.
47-26 off the Ryan Fitzpatrick layup.
That's his first points of the game.
Jim Greenberg versus McKenna at the top. 1:11 on the clock. Corey Can on the far side. This is Jameson spinning, looking. On his back. Jameson playing him hard. Can driving toward the basket off the glass. Couldn't get the shot to go. Got the foul. Corey Can stepping to the line for the first time tonight.
Sterling McNeil getting called on that one.
A minute even on the clock left in the third quarter. Corey Can got the first. His 5th point of the game as Jake Jamison will sit down. David Hall checking in. North Penn up 20 now. 47-27. Corey Can looking to make it 2 for 2 at the line. And he does. 47-28 now. A minute left to play in the third quarter. Sterling McNeil into Biagas. 59 seconds left. McNeil to David Hall. Double teamed in the backcourt, trying to get it away. Slapped back, gets it back into the front court, over to David Hall.
McKenna stepped out on the side. Ball over to Abington. Good use of the full court press.
We've seen it. That's something North Penn said they're going to have to work on tonight. Abington's press. First time it's really been effective for the Ghosts, but effective it is. Dinkins on the baseline. Out to Greenberg. Greenberg driving on the base. Dropping up. No, got the shot.
Can't get it.
47-30 now. Lead to 17 for North Penn. Fitzpatrick double teamed. Try to get it to McNeil. Stolen. Connor putting it back up. Fouled by Fitzpatrick on the way. John Connor will step to the line. Fouled by Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's North Penn's 6th foul.
Good hustle on Greensburg, able to dive down to the floor.
Foul not called on Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's the 2nd for Sterling McNeil, who just checked in about a minute ago.
2 quick ones for McNeil.
Jamison coming back in for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Jay Jameson checking back in. Here's Connor, 2 for 2 at the line, 47-32 now with 24 seconds left in the third. McNeil in the hall. Pushed out, number 24, Maurice Warren.
His third for the night.
Call for the foul of David Hall as Wallace checks back in for Sterling McNeil. Ineffective there, picking up 2 quick fouls. Hate to say it. Jamison on the far side, double team, long skip over to Hall. 15 seconds left to play. David Hall blocked by Keith Dinkins. And Biagas picks it back up for the Knights. Quick turnovers, Jamison beyond the arc. No, and Biagas coming down with the rebound, putting it back up off the glass.
Yes.
Counter for 2. 49-32 now, and that be it for the third quarter. Oh, count that if it would have gone, but it didn't. Corey Can putting it back up for the last second. At the end of the third quarter, 49-32.
Definitely a strong performance. As we saw Biagas hitting that final shot. He's got 19 tonight. Wallace with 9, and Jamison with 9. McKenna with 6. Over to Abington. Warren with 7. Greensburg with 7. Kane with 6. Dinkins and Downs each have 4. And Connor getting those 2 foul shots for a total of 2 points. So, Joel, what's your thought on North Penn with a 17-point lead going into the fourth quarter here? Anything they need to improve on, or just keep up the tempo going here?
I think you answered that question very well, Zach. What they're going to do, they're going to keep on top. Abington, we saw that press in the third quarter. It worked. We'll try to see if they can keep back on it. North Penn, of course, working the one-on-one, man-to-man tonight. And they're leading 49-32. We'll see what's working. If Abington has a prayer at all.
I don't know. I believe this is the night of Kevin Biagas. Nothing can touch him or his record, which he set.
We're underway in the fourth quarter as Can gives it up to Dinkins. Back to Can. Over to Warren. Warren versus Biagas. Warren double teamed over. Stolen by Jay Jamison. Jamison with the fast break, slows it down, waits for the team. Inside to Wallace. Wallace caught Abington sleeping, and he'll go to the line. Fouls there by Abington. 7:33 on the clock as Jim Greenberg looks to check in for the Ghosts. Foul called on Keith Dinkins, his second of the game, as Maurice Warren will sit down for Jim Greenberg.
Count the foul shot for Wallace. Increased his point total to 10. Greenberg bringing it down.
James, 7:24 on the clock. Quick over to Hall. Hall off the glass, counted for 2.
Hall's first 2 points of the game. No backcourt call as Jay Jamison tipped it.
Greenberg versus Jamison. Jamison got him on the arm, call for the foul. Greenberg will step to the line, shooting the 1-and-1 with 7:02 on the clock. Up by 20, 52-32. Steve Downs checking back in. John Connor will sit down. Also, Marcus Hoover checking back in for Keith Dinkins.
Taking out the big Dinkins.
The Dink.
Hoover and Wallace, very same in body type. Let's see what they can do to each other. Count the first one for Greensburg.
Here's Greenberg looking for 2. Couldn't get it to go. Abington coming down with the rebound. Greenberg off of Greenberg, back to Abington. Jamison inbound with 6:59 on the clock, up by 19, 52-33. Jamison on the far side into David Hall. Hall double teamed in the backcourt out to Jamison. Tipped, but got it over to McKenna. Over to Biagas. Biagas over to Jamison. Jamison at the top. 5:50 on the clock. 52-33 is your score as Mike McKenna driving in. Off to Jamison. Jamison spins around Adam Hoover. Here's David Hall missing the shot. Steve Downs coming down with the rebound. 5:37 on the clock. Jim Greenberg across midcourt. 5:34. Here's Andy Nickel for the tray.
His first of the night.
52-36 now off that Andy Nickel shot from downtown. Kevin Biagas in the paint. King gets shot, gets his own rebound. Waiting, slapped away by Greenberg. Greenberg will bring it up for Abington now versus Wallace. Wallace just takes it away. Biagas coming down with it off
on the floor.
Abington. Back to North Penn.
Kicked out by Marcus Hoover.
North Penn calling the timeout in the corner. A little upset with that corner play. They're up 52-36 with 5:10 on the clock.
Shot of the cheerleaders trying to get this crowd fired up.
Timeout is over. Teams will return as Kevin Biagas is leading all scores now with 19. He'll return. All their starters back in.
David Hall to inbound. Again, the full court press is applied.
Got it into Jamison. Jamison over to Wallace. Oh, Wallace is
effective.
fast. Over McKenna.
Pressure forcing him to throw it out.
There's Warren over to Greenberg. Off of Jamison. Abington will have it back in the backcourt. 5:54 on the clock. Nickel, back to Nickel. Nickel double team. Nickel brings it over in the corner, over to Downs. Downs, long skip out to Greenberg. Greenberg over to Warren in the corner. Greenberg guarded by Jamison. Back out to Nickel. Nickel from downtown. Air ball.
Knocked out by Jason Wallace as he tried to get the rebound. Bounced off his arm. Back to Abington.
And Greenberg will inbound for the Ghosts. Over to Warren. Warren over to Nickel. Nickel over to Greenberg. Greenberg with the three. Back out to Nickel. Nickel over to Warren. Back over to Greenberg on the far side. Over to Nickel. 5:26 on the clock. 52-36 North Penn. Greenberg on the near side looking at the three. Double team. Here comes Jamison up to play. Here comes Nickel. Nickel over inside to Downs, who is fouled in the paint. Steve Downs will step to the line. Fall count. Foul called on Kevin Biagas. His third foul of the game as Keith Dinkins checking back in for Marcus Hoover. Downs making the first of two. 52-37. Two for two. Here's Jamison. Jamison for the tray. Count it. 55-38. Jay Jamison, is that his third three?
I believe that's his fourth of the night.
Fourth.
Yes.
12 points from downtown for Jay Jamison.
Greensburg taking it.
And the foul.
We'll count it. It's 11 total points for Greensburg. It's been somewhat a little secret weapon tonight, at least to us, a little surprise. We were looking to for Can and Dinkins to take over, but Greensburg leading all Abington scorers with 11.
We've seen Dinkins defensively, but not too much on offensive. They found themselves down 15 points, 55-40. It's Biagas. Back over to Jamison with 4:43 on the clock. Greenberg with the defense. Back out to McKenna. McKenna looking around, back over to Hall. 4:31 on the clock. Call the travel on David Hall. He'll turn it back over to the Ghosts.
Play the travel music.
Don't you know it?
Bring out the walking sticks.
Corey Can on the far side. Inside to Warren. Warren in the paint.
Over Wallace.
55-42. Jay Jamison down to the ground.
Dinkins tripped him up on that one.
Fitz will check back in here for the Knights for David Hall.
That's Dinkins' third foul.
Here comes Jamison with 4:11 on the clock. Fitzpatrick back out to Jamison. Jamison faking the three, rolling back around to the top. Over to McKenna, back to Jamison. 4:05 on the clock. He's versus Warren. Moves by Warren and puts it off of Steve Downs. Turning it back over to Abington. Greenberg called the shot away. He was fouled early. Looked like Kevin Biagas. Foul called on Kevin Biagas, his fourth. Look for number 34, John Connor for the Ghosts. Checking back in for number 42, Steve Downs. Foul called on Mike McKenna.
Ref tripped up on that one.
McKenna's second foul.
Hey. No problem.
It's your shot. Greenberg makes the first of two. 55-43 now.
We are just have the great broadcasting minds, Joel. We know.
Buddy chemistry.
We know what we're.
2 for 2 at the line for Greenberg. 55-44, bringing the team within 11 now as Jamison moves in for Biagas with 3:52 on the clock. Biagas losing it, stripped away by Greenberg. Greenberg on the ground, jump call.
Greenberg's a little incensed as the ref tells him to chill out a bit.
Crazy stuff on the ground there. You don't want to see a fight on a momentous occasion like this. Well, actually, I would like to. Well, forget it.
Well, yeah. We know you would, Joel.
There's animal instincts. There's Jay Jamison, 3:40 on the clock.
This isn't hockey.
Biagas driving the baseline, caught on the arm. Call a foul on guard Corey Can, number 15. His third, Abington 6. North Penn has 10 team fouls with 3:37 left in the game. Timeout for Abington with 3:37 on the clock.
So 55-44, North Penn up by 11. 3:30 time remaining. Enough time for Abington to come back and possibly able to pick up some points here. North Penn needs to control the defense. Keep up, Biagas and Wallace keep up the tempo. Jameson's doing a good job, able to bring the ball up, work it out. He slows it down, starts the plays going, and
look for him to work the press. Work the press, create turnovers for Abington anyway.
Definitely.
Looking to get them back. They're within 11. It's workable. It's workable. They were down 20 at one point, and that was not workable. But they've got 11.
We're in a different situation.
It is possible. It is possible. 3:37 on the clock. Knights trying to keep them back here. Coming back from the timeout will be North Penn's ball off that foul off of Kevin Biagas. Jay Jamison inbounding into Wallace. Wallace jumping to get it. 3:35 on the clock. McKenna from downtown. No.
Tries to get his own rebound. No
Warren
good.
comes up with it for the Ghosts. 55-44. Can losing it, dropping it back. Got it. Here's Can. Looking, finding Warren on the near side. Back out to Can at the top. versus Jameson. Inside to number 34.
Oh!
Wallace. Call.
Hello, hand in your face. Did I hear all ball, or is that just?
If it's that hard, they call a foul.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This is J.R. Neely at the line, shooting 2 off the second foul of Mr. Wallace.
Wallace definitely not having that in his area.
Neely 2 for 2 at the line, bringing them in 1 for 2 at the line, bringing them in within 10 now. 45-55 as Jay Jameson comes off the fast break, slows it down, rolling back to the point. 3:07 on the clock. Dang, up by 10. Both teams in the bonus now.
Hello.
And a foul is called. Back to North Penn. Foul called on number 24, Maurice Warren.
Possibly a little foul and frustration, off the ball foul.
Well, Fitzpatrick will step to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Ryan Fitzpatrick at the line shoots 1-and-1.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Got the first for the 1-1. Brings the lead up to 11. Brings it up to 12. 57-45. Jim Greenberg bringing it up. Back out to Greenberg. Greenberg driving in the paint. Loses the ball. Jamison fight. Call the jump. Back to Abington. Here's Greenberg out the can. Can on the near side versus Fitzpatrick. Driving the baseline. Blocked
Again,
by
a big
Wallace.
stop by Wallace.
Back to Abington here.
Again, the enforcing hands of Wallace in your face. Gotta love it.
Greenberg into Dinkins. Dinkins, a little jumper in the paint. Air ball.
A little off the mark, I prefer to call it.
Just a tad. Wallace inbounding, looking, founds Jameson. Jameson triple teamed in the corner. Outside to Biagas. Biagas slapped away. Can picks it up. Can stops, pops. Can't get the shot. Gets his own rebound. Blocked by Biagas. Kevin Biagas coming up big defensively there as Abington looking to get back into this with 2:23 on the clock.
Finally, Greensburg getting called on the foul during the full court press.
So Jameson will step to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 with 2:23 on the clock. We're put up 12 now. Jameson looking to make it 14. And makes it 13. Try them second again. One for 2 at the line. 58-45, 2:20 on the clock. Can long skip and intercepted by Jay Jameson, who in turn steps out on the far side.
A little angry on that one, but not much you can do.
We'll be happy about it. Greenberg in the can. 58-45.
Never works for you, Joel. Looking to drive, passes it.
Dinkins in the paint.
Oh.
All for the travel. David Hall checking in for the Knights. Fitzpatrick will sit down with 2:02 on the clock. Jameson splits the defenders. 1:58 on the clock. Long line. Kevin Biagas can't get it off his hands.
Don't think he ever quite had the ball there.
Here's Greenberg. Can't get the shot. Warren coming down with it. Foul called on J.R. Neely on David Hall. Hall will step to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 with 1:46 on the clock. And for Abington, Steve Downs coming in. For Keith Dinkins, number 51. And number 34, John Connor checking in for the Ghosts. For number 32, J.R. Neely. Who the foul was called. It was his first.
Off the mark for Hall. Here comes Abington. Broken up by Hall.
David Hall. James double teamed in the backcourt. Gets out of it. 1:35 on the clock. James going toward the baseline. Double teamed in the corner again. Out to David Hall. Hall over to Jamison. 1:28 on the clock. 58-45. North Penn up. Slapped away by Greensburg. Back to North Penn. Jamison into Biagas. Biagas spins in the paint, drew the foul, no shot. He'll step to the line. Biagas will shoot two, try to make it 60 as Abington will call a timeout. Finding themselves down 13 points here, 58-49, 45, 1:19 on the clock.
Abington using up its last timeout. Some last-minute inspirations from the coach here. Not much you can do down by 13, but trying to salvage something, at least get the points a little closer.
North Penn won last night 47-39. As Kevin Biagas will return from the timeout to shoot the two, looking to make it 60 here.
Increase North Penn's record to 18-1.
Abington down 58-45 with 1:19 on the clock, and they are out of timeouts. As Kevin Biagas will shoot two here. Biagas missing the first. Having trouble with the foul line, Kevin Biagas. One for two at the line for Kevin Biagas. 59-45. Here's Warren. Warren versus Biagas, got the foul. Biagas called for getting Warren on the arm.
Kevin Biagas' fourth. Putting him in foul trouble. But with 1:13 to left, I don't really believe that's a factor, Joel. Just thought I'd add that.
You score 1,000 points and foul out with 1:13 on the clock. I don't know, bittersweet. Jason Wallace and Dave Hall back to Jay Jameson, double team in the backcourt. Jameson up the far side. Foul called on number 22, Jim Greenberg. Jameson will step to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 as Andy Nickel checks in for Abington, and Greenberg will sit down with 1:05 on the clock. 59-46 North Penn. Jameson looking to add to that right now to make it an even 60, does not. Try again.
Counter for Jameson.
60-46, 1:05 on the clock. Looks like Abington has pretty much let this one slip away as we are under a minute to play in the game. Here's Warren over to Can. Can on the far side versus Jameson. Driving in, out to Warren. Warren looking, takes the tray. No. Warren coming up, back off the glass. Got it. 60-48, 44 seconds left to play. North Penn up to Biagas. Biagas quick inside the Hall. Hall travels back
Takes
to
an extra step.
Here's Can for the tray. Can't get it. David Hall over to Jamison.
For the 2-on-1, he'll slow it down.
24 seconds left to play. 60-48. Kevin Biagas at the top, double team. Gets out of trouble, over to Jamison, over to Wallace. Over to Jamison, 5 seconds left. North Penn wrapping this one up here with 2 seconds left to play. Jamison, final shot, count it. If it goes, and it does. Dropping it at the bottom, Jay Jamison. But that is not the big story tonight. Zach, the big story is 1,000 points. The grand total
The big
for Kevin Biagas.
Definitely a big story tonight. Biagas finishing up with 20, so increasing his career totals to 1,017 points tonight. Let's not forget Wallace with 10. Jamison had a nice 4-3 effort, 4 3-pointers that is. His score total was 14. McKenna had 7. Fitzpatrick with 4. Heading over to Abington, Warren had a nice game with 11. Greensburg also had 11. Downs with 6, and Canes with 6. Dinkins, as we noted earlier, not doing too much offensively, only had the 4 points, not able to contribute. Defensively, able to contribute, stop walls, get some key blocks down in there. But can you really stop Jason Wallace? I don't think so. Jason Wallace also doing some stopping of himself, getting some key blocks down the stretch, and quite a well put together performance this evening.
And we see Kevin Biagas on your screen going back to the locker room after scoring his 1,000th point tonight. And also you see the specialist, Bob Gilman. Kevin Biagas, the big man tonight. And for that, Zach, I will go out on a limb and give him the NPTV Player of the Game.
Now, are you sure you want to do that, Joel? I don't know. I might want to differ on you.
Why would I not? He scores 1,000 points. He leads all scores with 20. Come on, Zach.
Is this basically like I'm being serious, Joel? Come on,
I don't
work
know.
with me here. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, Zach. Hey, what can I do? And we're going to try and wrap it up here.
Of course, Kevin Biagas deserves the Joel Brown Player of the Game. Who else would but Kevin Biagas with his star-studded performance? Whetting your appetite.
It's really a tie between Kevin Biagas and Sterling McNeil, who scored 2.
Well, with Sterling's 2 fouls within 2 minutes, I'm going to have to, that sort of eliminates Sterling from my list there. Although he does have the points, the early fouls kind of.
Not really my call, but I think we will give it to Biagas. Congratulations, in all seriously, congratulations to Kevin Biagas scoring his 1,000th point tonight.
Definitely a great performance tonight. Joel, I'm quite happy I was able to call for you tonight.
There he is, the man, Kevin Biagas, 1,000 points.
Always hounded by the media.
Hounded by the media. He won't talk to us, but he will talk to WMPT. Serious guys. Well, we can't get him tonight. We'll try to get him next game. But that's it from the Palace. Here at North Penn High School, history was made tonight. Kevin Biagas, 1,000 points. I'm Joel Brown. For Zach Siswick, we shall see you next time.